Welcome back to another video. Did not manage the 4:30 wake up this morning. We tried our best, and I fought hard, but I didn't end up getting out of bed till around 7 a.m. So it's a work in progress. Going to keep setting the alarm back slowly but surely until we can make it happen. Today's video I am honestly not entirely sure what to talk about. Recently, I've been working on some body language stuff. I've been working on having better posture, shoulders back, chin up, like a 90-degree angle from your chest. I've been working on making eye contact with people, making really strong eye contact. I think a good rule of thumb that I'm trying to follow is do not be the first person. Do not be the one to break eye contact first. You don't want to stare at people. Obviously, at points, you want to take your eyes away, and because if you just stare at somebody, like just laser them in the eyes for a 15-minute conversation straight, that might make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. So I want to avoid that. But I think a good rule of thumb is don't be the one to break eye contact, because this might sound stupid, but in my opinion, that kind of sends a subconscious message that you feel nervous, you're not the one in control of the conversation, you're not the one in control of the interaction, you're not the one feeling the most comfortable. So I would say let the other person break eye contact, and then feel free to. But that's a good stepping stone to take. And obviously, remember, this is something that I've struggled with. When you do break eye contact, make sure you don't break it permanently. Return back to them again. Meet their eyes again. Don't look away for too long and then not look back. Make sure you return to eye contact sooner rather than later. Another thing that I've been working on recently is speaking. I am trying to excuse me. First things first, speak through my chest a little more, because you're going to be clearer, you're going to be easier to understand, you're going to sound more confident when you speak through your chest, as opposed to your head voice, which is usually softer and higher pitched. Obviously, for a guy, you want to be sounding a little more confident and secure, which speaking through your chest gives you. And it helps you speak. You actually just naturally speak louder, I find. You project your words more. I'm also trying to articulate more when I talk, to speak clearer so that people can understand me. I'm not mumbling or slurring my words at all. So speaking very articulately. Another thing that I'm working on, which as somebody with social anxiety is a work in progress, but it's coming along, is that I am trying to take my time more. I'm trying to speak slower, speak at my pace, take my time. If I need to pause and think about what I'm going to say, then actually just take the time to pause and think and come up with what you want to say, find the words, and then say it. And yeah, speaking slower in a more calm and controlled manner. That's something I'm definitely working on right now. Another thing that I'm working on is when I'm speaking, when I'm having a conversation, being as clear and as direct as possible with what I'm saying. So if I can say something in a few words and get my point across, not taking 3 sentences to get that point across instead, but rather get to the point with as few fluff words as possible. Instead, just saying what I need to say and leaving it there. Another point I'm trying to work on with my conversational skills isn't actually anything to do with speaking at all. I'm working on being an active listener. What I think being an active listener boils down to is just doing a better job at paying attention to what people are saying, which it sounds, sorry, I had to back up there. It sounds a little ridiculous, but it's something that I often forget to do. Like when somebody's speaking, really pay attention to what they are saying. What point are they trying to get across? You can even just pick up words in what they are saying and ask them to elaborate on that. Like, say you're talking to somebody and they were saying, oh, my classmate, this, that, and the other. Pick up on, like, classmate. Ask them, oh, so you're in school. What are you taking? What class was this? Do you like your professor? What do you think about the subject? You can just try to pick up words and really squeeze a lot of a conversation out of that, more than you would realize. And it's something that I'm definitely not amazing at yet, but it's something that I'm getting better at. I'm working on slowly but surely. Because remember that the essence of charisma is not making yourself seem like the most interesting person in the world, but making the other person feel like the most interesting person in the world. That's how you're gonna attract people and have people that want to be around you, is by making them feel like they are the most interesting person in the world. Because you want to spend time around people that make you feel good. So that's definitely a big deal. Just hang on here, give me a second. I gotta pull a little driving maneuver here. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. I had to go check something. Anyhow. Oh. Sorry, Tory Lanez. Don't need to hear you right now. Where was I? Talking about active listening, a great skill to try and cultivate. Another thing that I've learned is the 3-word rule, which is if somebody asks you a question or says a sentence to you, repeat the last 3 words of what they said and then answer the question or continue the conversation. I think that's all I've been learning so far. That's all I've kind of been studying as of recently. A lot to do with speaking and body language and communication. And it's a work in progress, like everything in my life, but I think it's gonna pay off. So I'm gonna continue to do it. And I'm going to try to ingrain these positive things as a habit. So eventually I'll be able to do them without having to actively think about them. And yes, maybe that will take a while to get right, but I don't think it's impossible. Another habit that I've been working on implementing as well is doing journaling every day, which I think is a big one for me because I'm somebody who for a long time has been scared of my own thoughts. So facing those thoughts, putting them from my head onto paper is helping me to be comfortable with what I think. It's helping me to think clearer, to express what I'm thinking in a coherent manner. Also, just to, offload anxieties and worries and fears and sadness onto paper. Because half of getting rid of these bad feelings, I think, is just actually expressing them, which journaling allows you to do every day. So I'm trying my best to, I'm going to try to continue doing it to the best of my ability. And maybe I miss a day here and there, but that's not the end of the world. As long as I come back the next day and get back on track, that's what really counts. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that one bad day won't kill you. One bad day is definitely not the be-all, end-all. You can definitely recover from it. In fact, humans are pretty good at shaking off a bad day, whether it be a bad result or a bad day of sleep or missing a gym session or missing a journaling session or whatever it may be. It's definitely not the end of the world if you miss a day. But just get back on track the next day. That's what counts, in my personal opinion. And just roll from there. Because bad days are definitely inevitable. They're going to come for you whether you want them or not. They're gonna rear their ugly head. You're going to have days in life where just nothing seems to go your way. Sometimes you can't even scrape together a single win. But bad days are just bad days. That's all they are. It's just one day, and they won't kill you. Can they suck? Big time. Can you be the one responsible for them? Yes, you can. But they are not the end of the world. And there's no problem that cannot be solved. That's the definition of, that's the primary mindset of a high agency person, is that no problem is unsolvable. That's how you become high agency. So I think we'll end it there. 20 minutes is pretty good. Thank you for watching to the end of this video if you have. I hope I can see you back here again for the next one. Take care. Have a great day. Think positive. Don't break your word. Remember that life is simple, not easy. Remember that progress is more important than perfection. Remember that things aren't always as bad as they seem. And never give up. Thanks so much. Peace. See you in the next one.